Hey folks, it's Michael Johnson. Welcome to this week's Energy Sketch. Here's a small map of the downtown Vancouver region from the BC Hydro website. And I'm visiting my native city of Vancouver lately and was at a farmer's market yesterday and had the pleasure of running into a communications representative from BC Hydro who was talking about a local project in the neighborhood. And I wanted to take a moment to highlight this project, this West End Substation project, and celebrate the cross-jurisdictional collaboration here that's really in service of the local communities and the energy transition and all of those things. So what's the deal? Here's a map of, as I said, downtown Vancouver, showing the electrical distribution network, including some of these substations. So this one over here, the Murrin substation, is from 1947. This one over here, the Dal Grauer substation, is from 1953. So these are aging infrastructures made with old technology that needs to be rejuvenated and remade to satisfy the growing electricity needs of the region. And so I'll show you a zoomed in image of this one here, the Murrin substation right here. We'll zoom in on Google Maps and you'll see the scale of this thing. So really this is the substation here. Takes up like, half a city block roughly, or a whole city block if this is a block. But, depending on the size of the blocks, it's like around the size of a half to one city block. Or, equivalently, this is like a soccer field here. So it's maybe one and a half soccer fields. And just this electrical equipment just out in the open with, high fences. And it's not a particularly nice neighbor to have. And this real estate here is super, super valuable in downtown Vancouver. So what are they up to here? Well, if we go back to the map again, we're showing you this one, the Murrin substation, but there's also this Dalgrauer substation that needs to be rejuvenated in a big way. So what they've identified is a potential here. You can see this green space here, and this is like an annex of a school. So there's a small school that happens here. And the school board had some plans to build other schools. I think there's one planned here. And so BC Hydro and the school board got together. So I'll show you a zoomed in view now of this nice little green space here. We'll get an idea of the context there. Here's the green space in this block here. And this is the school. So this is a school here. And it's a lovely, lovely park area. There's a dog run here. And this area here is a big sort of cooperative housing below market rate. And the farmers market was happening on this street here. It was a lovely, lovely morning. And you can see the density here, right? They're growing, they're building these taller and taller buildings. So that's part of the need for more and more electrical infrastructure. So the problem is if they just rebuilt this substation at ground level, basically this whole thing would be unusable. And this is a big waste, and people love the green space, and it's very valuable and connected to a school. So you need to have playgrounds, you need to have park space, places for sports fields and stuff like this. And this is a big anchor here, this park in the neighborhood. So what they've done is they've innovated, and they're going to build this damn thing underground here. This is the underground substation. And on the top, there's going to be a nice field here, and then there's a rebuilt, modernized school. So on top of the ground, everything looks good. You've still got your park, you've got your school. Meanwhile, underground is where all the magic happens for this infrastructure. And there's surely some potentially cost implications, maintenance implications. It's maybe often more difficult to maintain things when they're underground and things can go wrong, but I think we're at a point in electrical innovation where we can really do this in a robust way. So I want to just highlight at the end here. Let's celebrate. Let's clap. Those are our two hands clapping. Yay for cross jurisdictional collaboration. And the potential here that I see for this cross jurisdictional collaboration, I mean, there's two things. There's the cities, the states, and the countries, right? And here there was also the utilities and the other actors, which are typically more at a state level. So here it was like schools at the city level collaborating with hydroelectrical infrastructure at the state level. And I'd love to see more of this in different spheres. I mean, there's energy, transport, right? Materials, that means waste also, water, right? There's sort of like a cycle and a nexus between all of these aspects across all of these jurisdictions where I believe innovation can be in service of communities. Big heart there to the communities. So thanks so much for tuning in to this week's Energy Sketch, folks. And bravo to BC Hydro and the Vancouver School Board and the City of Vancouver and the West End and all the actors here for putting in place this nice collaboration in service of the local community. Be well, folks. See you next time, Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, youtube.com/@Energy Sketch. See you later. Toodaloo.